Welcome to the Alternatives Kiosk tutorial. In this video, you will learn the purpose of the kiosk, how to navigate the kiosk and what additional features are available. So you may ask, what is the kiosk? It is an external web page that can be accessed by any device that has internet capabilities. This means a computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. The agency does provide an on-site computer lab. A resident will have a kiosk profile created by the client advisor staff. You will then have 2 hours from the time you receive your profile username and temporary password to log in and change your password. The password you create should be something that you will remember. But don't worry. Should you forget your password, staff can reset it at any time. Let's take a look at the kiosk. This is the home page. Here you see portlets, the colorful squares. You will also see the sidebar. From the sidebar you can navigate to screens that give you more detailed information. Let's take a look at each portlet. This portlet will display your schedule for today. Any treatment groups you are registered in will populate in the kiosk for you, as well as meetings scheduled by staff. For example, a one-on-one session with your case manager. This portlet will display account balances. The first listed account, earned income, includes paychecks or any money received on your behalf. Any additional accounts displayed below the earned income are what we refer to as liability accounts. These can include restitution, fines, or bills that you may owe to a treatment program or facility. This portlet displays messages that you may receive from staff. This can include a task to be completed, or a reminder, to name a few examples. This portlet displays any changed activity in your profile. Some examples of this include rent being deducted, a paycheck being added, or an agenda request being approved. The sidebar. Here it will display your name and your current program phase. Each week resident teams meet to evaluate your current phase. The team can move your phase up, down, or have it remain the same. This decision depends on individual program requirements. The change of phase will be reflected each Thursday. The tabs located on the sidebar can be used to navigate to pages that give you a more detailed view than the home page. Now let's take a look at each page of detailed information from the sidebar. Agenda details. Here you can filter the dates. For the start date you can go back up to 7 days. And the end date, you can go forward up to 30 days. In this screen, you can also see the status of your leave requests. You can copy an agenda request to a future date from this screen as well. We will go into more detail about that later. The blue eye icon will show the agenda details. The blue search button will show you any changes made on that agenda request. There are 3 different statuses that you may see: requested, approved, and denied. Please note with a denied request, you will receive a comment within the request, explaining why the request was denied. You are then able to edit a denied request to make necessary changes and resubmit. In the Accounts screen, you are able to view detailed transactions on your accounts. When you click the circle next to the account are choosing to view, it will display line-by-line transactions. You can click Details on each transaction that will give you further details. Click the X in the top right corner to go back to the Accounts page. Here is a look at a liability account. At the beginning of your program, you will receive a credit card. You will request a line of credit, which is available money to spend. To determine your current account balance, you will take the earned income balance minus your previous or current month's credit card line of credit. This will give you the available balance of your earned income account. Reminders. This page will display messages sent to you by staff. By clicking the square, it will mark the message as complete and move it to a completed list. You can toggle between not completed and completed. These are the different types of leave requests that will be entered in the kiosk. Essentially, you will leave the pre-release center for employment purposes or on a pass. Here are some guidelines with the kiosk. You receive a number of passes per phase. There is a maximum of 12 hours out of the center if you are working that day and 10 hours if not working. You are able to combine an employment leave with a pass. There is a comments field when entering a leave request. This is to be used to communicate with staff. Here is an example of combining an employment leave with a pass leave. As you see here, this request is entered as 4-hour leave type. Then the locations include work, pass site and a self-help. The pass site and self-help are during the 4-hour pass. So, in conclusion on the leave types, here is a guide to how to enter each type of leave request. Let's look at how to create an agenda request. Step 1. Select the primary purpose of your agenda request, known as the leave type. Next, select the date you are requesting the leave for, and the time you will leave the center. Step 2. In this step, you will select a subcategory. Then it will generate a list to choose a destination based on the category. As you see, when you select a category, the destination list changes. When you select work, your employer will auto-populate. If you have more than one place of employment, they will be available to select in the drop-down. You can also search for a destination by typing. Step 3. Select a transportation mode. When you select car, it will generate additional drop-down fields where you will enter the vehicle and driver. To have a driver and vehicle available to select, that person must bring their driver's license, vehicle insurance and registration to client advisor staff. Step 4. Now select the date and time you will arrive at the destination you selected in Step 2. With the times, you can change it by clicking the arrows. Or, when you click on the hour or minutes, it will bring a pop-up box to select the accurate time. Sometimes you may need to toggle the AM and PM button. Step 5. This is now asking what time you will be leaving the destination you selected in Step 2. The date and time fields work the same as previously described. Step 6. Here you will add any comments that are necessary. This is a great tool to communicate with staff. If you are an inmate worker, you must enter your chaperone name here. When you get to the point of apartment searching, you will enter the physical address of the home you are viewing in this comments field. Step 7. This is a review point. You can see what you have requested thus far. If you need to make corrections, click the pencil and it will take you into the destination details. You will also select at this point. Are you returning to the center, yes or no? If you are not returning to the center at this time, this is stacking a leave. Remember, this can only be done with employment and a pass. You cannot stack two passes together. When you answer yes or no, if you select yes, you are returning to the center. It will go on to Step 8. If you select no, you are not returning to the center. It will bring up this pop-up box. Here you will enter your next destination, transportation, arrival time and departure time. Step 8. You will enter here the transportation mode for your return trip. Step 9. Enter the time you will return to the center. Step 10. Enter any comments that are necessary. Step 11. Here you have final review. You can modify anything at this point. Once you click finish and the request is submitted, you are not able to make modifications. You would need to seek assistance from client advisor staff. When you click finish, the system will generate green message that says, "Record saved. Your agenda request has been submitted." If anything in the request was incorrect, the system will generate red message with an error code explaining why the request was not submitted. Now we are going to go through how to copy a leave request to a future date. To copy a leave request, click the blue paper button. This will open a pop-up box to select the date you want to copy the request to. Click Copy Agenda. It will then take you to step 11 to finalize and submit the request. Now we are going to go through how to edit a denied leave request. Modify a denied leave request. Click the blue I button to view the comment, which is listed here in the request status field. This will explain why the request was denied. Then click the blue pencil button. This will take you into the leave request. Make the necessary changes based on the comments, and resubmit the request. There are a couple more features in the kiosk we will take a look at now. This page provides frequently visited web pages by residents. A few options include restitution payments, fine payments, and a link to the resident credit card login. Resource Library. This is a directory of documents available to reference. A few examples: Resident Handbook and the Self-Help Meeting Schedule. You are now ready to begin using the kiosk to enter your agenda requests. If you have any questions, please see a client advisor or your case manager. You can come back and view this video at any time if you need a refresher. Thank you and welcome to pre-release.